Come on in, everybody. As you come in, please like the video, share the video, and invite your friends. Like the video, share the video, and invite your friends. Share this video out to all platforms that you guys are a part of, please, and thank you. And let's get into it. So today I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to ask me anything you want to ask me. So come on in, ask questions. I'm getting ready for a live stream that I'm going to be doing with my friend Terrence about body brokering. And I cannot wait for you guys to see it because it's going to be super educational. I think it's really going to help people understand as well, like what body brokering is and why it's so harmful and why it can be harmful to say that about somebody who's not doing it. And so we're going to talk about that. I love that that's really the only thing that somebody can try and say about me because I don't do shit else wrong. I love that for me. I love that for me. Bathrobe. I love that for me, that you're sitting at your home in your bathrobe every day watching me. And I'm just over here living my life, making money. Okay. Okay. So, there's my eyebrows. Y'all know my eyebrow game is not perfect. We are trying to work on it. I have like, I don't know, I just don't like them to be too perfect because then I feel like they look like boxy, you know? Good morning. What's up, Jennifer? Please, you guys, help me out by asking me questions. Let's keep this live going. My supporters, I need y'all's help. Help me by asking me questions to keep the live engaged. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's grab some cool, we'll start with cream blush first. So I have a bunch of cream blushes. Yay, Ash, where have you been? I'm so glad you're finally here. Okay, today we're going to use the color Grace by Rare Beauty. And like I said, we're getting ready because I'm going to go live with Terrence today, and we're going to talk about what body brokering really is and how dangerous and harmful it is, and how dangerous and harmful it is to say that people are doing that when they're really not fucking doing that. And we're going to show you guys, like, literally, like, cases. I'm going to show you cases of people who have been arrested for that and what they got charged with, everything. So it's going to be like a very informative live. Yeah, and let me tell you, there are people, listen, there are people out there that really want to help people, okay? And they get preyed on by these treatment centers, okay? And they get offered money to put people in these treatment centers. And some people don't know any better. I know better, okay? I have been offered, okay? Let me just make this abundantly clear, y'all. I have been offered, okay, by 2 treatment centers in California, okay, that if I could just bring them patients, they would pay me per patient. And I told them I couldn't do it. One, because I don't want that to be what my paycheck is depending on whether or not I can put people in their center. I want it to be a paycheck to help people, you know? And so when they said you would have to get this amount of people in order to stay on our payroll, that puts pressure on me. And I don't like that. And that is illegal, okay? So let me share this with you. It is illegal to accept payment per person that you are helping get into treatment. That is called headhunting, okay? That is illegal. It's also unethical because it's considered bribing, basically, okay? And so when I got my job working with Dr. B, I learned all this because they taught me all this. They told me about all this stuff because I didn't know. That's why my job isn't to get people into his doctor's office. That's why my job is managing his social media accounts. That's why my job is answering the phones for his private practice, because it's illegal for me to be going out and hunting people down to put in these treatment centers. That's illegal. That is headhunting. I don't do that. I literally share about what works for me, and my discount code, which is Recovery Delivered, which is totally separate. Dr. B is not connected to Recovery Delivered. That's totally separate. These are two separate things. Recovery Delivered is just a discount code. Okay? They pay me to talk about their company online. Okay? They pay me because I make videos. And that's how I get paid. Once a month, a salary paycheck. And so when people come online and they're saying things like, getting a discount code is body brokering, are you fucking delusional? Like, that's not true. That's the farthest thing from it. That's like not even in the wheelhouse. And it makes me, like, I swear to God, this broad who's been saying this stuff about me, I don't know if she's like, dude, there's something gotta be wrong, because I thought she was a smart girl. She knows better. There's so much that's harmful about all this. Body brokering is serious and has harmed a lot of people trying to get help. 100%. Another thing that people don't understand is a lot of people who are body brokers, they were patients of the rehab. What happens is, when somebody is in rehab, there will be an outreach person, right? Who comes and talks to them after they graduate and offers them, hey, I'll pay you this amount of money if you can bring us more of your friends that have this insurance policy. You see these PPOs, or they can pay cash. And basically give somebody who's fresh out of rehab a job and their friends. So they think they're helping. They think that they're helping their friends. They don't realize that that's not legal. Do you understand now? Are y'all seeing what I'm putting down? And so when somebody is running around online saying that because I have a discount code with Recovery Delivered, that's body brokering, bitch, I'm fixing to embarrass you. I'm fixing to embarrass you and make you call your fucking mom and cry. Okay? Because you are about as dumb as a fucking box of rocks. Like, come on. At least if you're going to say shit about me online, at least make it make sense. Make it make sense. Okay. Like, this is why, you guys, this is why I don't work with any treatment centers. This is exactly why. I don't want this kind of bullshit. I also don't want my paycheck to be dependent upon whether or not I can get somebody into treatment. Do you know how hard it is to work with addicts and alcoholics? Do you guys know how hard it is to walk somebody from the point where they're like, they're in denial. They don't want to get help. They're telling you that they don't have an addiction, okay? Or they don't have a problem, or they don't understand why everybody's freaking out. Do you know how hard it is to take somebody from denial to acceptance to willingness to get help, to going and saying, yes, I'll go to the treatment center. I'll go get help, to actually getting them through the front fucking door to get the help that they need? Do you know how hard it is? Y'all unless you have worked trying to help other people, you have no fucking idea. Okay? Do you know how many people that I have helped that have literally ran or not showed up or didn't call? This is why I don't do that kind of job. This is why I don't work with rehabs, because it literally is an act of Congress trying to help somebody get into treatment. Okay? It is literally the hardest thing you will ever do in your life. And if your paycheck depends on it, that's fucking stressful as fuck. That's why I don't do that. Okay? I don't do it. And so when Bathrobe Chronicles is online saying that me having a discount code with Recovery Delivered is body brokering, like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Okay, go back in your bathrobe and go cry me a river because you fucking get upset about that. But you're going to sit here and take cheap shots at me, bro, trying to make up shit about my life that's not really happening, trying to say it. Like, come on. You're lying, and everybody knows it. So now I have to sit here on YouTube and literally educate people because people are coming to me and saying, so-and-so said you're a body broker. What does that mean? None of you have to worry about that. None of you have to worry about that because I'm not trying to put any of you guys into treatment. That's not what I do. Okay? That's not what I do. So none of you guys ever have to worry about that. When people reach out to me and they want to go to rehab, what do? I do the same thing any of you guys do. I go online. I Google places. I read the reviews, and I try to provide you with the best places that I can find as well. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate you, honey. Okay. That's how we know she's doing it. Just to be hateful. It's so obvious she knows damn well Nicole's not a body breaker. A broken system overall, and these patients are still vulnerable and don't understand what they're doing 100%. Then her BJK is a body broker too, because that's exactly what she was doing with her little treatment center that fired her. Exactly. The emotional strain is why I couldn't do it anymore. Working with addicts is so hard, Vintage, so hard. And people just don't understand, like, what goes into it. That's why I'm telling you guys, like, when I say I help people, I don't mean I'm helping people go into rehab. Maybe it's because I say I help people. What I mean by that is when somebody reaches out to me and they need help, I help them. I offer them suggestions. I offer them support. I offer them resources that I think that could help them. Because a lot of people come to me and they specifically want my help because they saw me online. Okay, it's just part of it's part of being an influencer. And I don't even like to say that I'm an influencer, but it is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. I have an influence. Okay, I have almost 400,000 people on all my social media platforms. It's not like I'm a small creator. I might be small here on YouTube, but that's really about it. Okay, I have a substantially large following on all my other social media platforms. So people reach out to me specifically because they want my suggestion. They want to know what I would do. Okay, and so that's what I do. I offer them the help and the suggestions that I would do, and I let them know this is what I would do, but you can do something different if that works for you. You know. Thank you. Are you in AA? No, I'm not. But I was in AA for a really long time. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. So live for today and never give your past your power. Ooh, I love that, Richard. Just being open and honest and communicating with people is enough to plant the seed for someone to find recovery. Exactly. And that's all that I have really been doing online lately is just trying to share and plant a seed. Okay? When I first joined social media, I was looking for support myself, okay? I felt very alone. I'm on Suboxone, and a lot of people were judging me for being on Suboxone. That were, and I felt alone. I just felt very alone. So I started my social media following with the intention of creating a community of people that support medication-assisted treatment. That is why I started my social media. Because I wanted there to be other people like me who knew they weren't alone and not to be ashamed. All right? And so I was working, actually, when I started my social media, I was working at Nuke's, a sandwich shop here in Little Rock. I got fired from that job because I fought a girl in the kitchen. And then I started working for Hallmark, and I was working at Hallmark, and every morning I would wake up and I would go live on my way to Hallmark to work at, because I had different stores, and I would talk to you guys, in the card section while I set up my cards, and that's how I built my following on YouTube. The old following, the old channel, was by just going live. We would do morning meditations. We would do recovery support groups for women. We would do so much, you guys. We did so much together, and you guys are the reason why I stayed sober in early recovery, because you guys helped me stay sober. And that's the truth. Okay? Then 2020 hit. I had, 2019, the end of 2019, no, it was the middle of 2018. The middle of 2018, Dr. B found me on YouTube. Wow, I love what you're doing. You're on Suboxone. I'm a Suboxone doctor. We should collaborate. Let's work together. So we did some videos together. Then in 2020, his social media manager hired me to manage Dr. B's social media myself. Okay? And that is how I got connected with Dr. B. Then Dr. B asked, can she help answer the phones for my private practice since she knows about addiction and Suboxone? And they put me through some training classes, like peer support training classes, and then medical coding and like entering stuff in the computer for the doctor's office. And they hired me to do that as well. And so in 2020, I'll never forget it. The pandemic hit. People were losing their shit. People were relapsing left, right, and center. People didn't know how are they going to stay sober without AA. People were literally relapsing one after another because AA shut down because of the pandemic. And so what did I do? I said, oh, hell no, we don't go. And we started our own meetings here. And I went live every single day and did meetings with you guys every single day, Monday through Sunday here on YouTube. And that's how we stayed sober for the whole year of 2020. You guys, we did it together. And that's all I've ever been about on social media, is literally helping people. And so I'm tired. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm standing up for myself. There's only one person online who is saying these shitty, fucked up things about me. And it's one person with a very small voice. Okay? It's not like she has millions of followers. It's not like people are actually really listening to what she says. But you know what? For the one, maybe two people that are watching her videos who are going, what is body brokering? Is Nicole really a body broker? Today, we're going to put that all to rest. I'm going to show you exactly what body brokering is today in this live stream. I'm going to explain it so thoroughly today on Terrence's channel that there's going to be no fucking reason to even guess what body brokering is, because you're going to fucking know it. You're going to know it. Okay? Okay. Just seeing someone who's successful in their recovery and how they've made a life for themselves gives people the hope they need to get help. And so people can, I know that I have been very vocal about Jessica Kent's fuckery online. And I have every right to share my opinions, just like you guys have every right to share yours. Okay? But just because I share my opinion online about somebody doesn't negate all the work that I've done to help others. Doesn't negate anything that I've done. Okay? And so, you know, that's one thing that we're not going to, people aren't going to take away all the hard work that I put into helping others all these years. Okay? And try to diminish that, because it's just not going to happen. I'm not going to sit here and let people drag my name through the mud calling me a body broker when I literally am living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, guys? Me and my husband are not wealthy at all. Okay? I don't make that kind of money. Okay? Off of YouTube or TikTok or any of those social media platforms. And I've never claimed to make that kind of money. Ever. Okay? I'm literally just making ends meet. Okay? If I was a body broker, I would be making $10,000 per person that I put in treatment. Okay? And like I said, I would be busy finding people to put into treatment. Y'all have no idea how much work it is to get somebody to commit to go into rehab. It is not for the faint of heart. It is not for the faint of fucking heart. Working with addicts and alcoholics is hard fucking work, bro. Hard work. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you. And, I know the people that are seeing her videos are just people who don't know me. The people who do see her videos are people and who might comment and say, oh yeah, Nicole's a body broker. Those are people who don't even know who I am. They don't know me. They've never interacted with me. They haven't even given me a chance. Like, I had some girl comment on my TikTok the other day, and she said, body brokering isn't helping people. And I was like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what? Anyway, this is what I'm talking about. Like, just because someone says that online doesn't mean it's happening, And that goes for a lot of things. So anyway, what else was I going to tell you guys? But I will tell you something that I am going to be doing. So the other day I fell upon this guy here in Arkansas. He drives around this thing called, it's a van. It's called the van. And what they do is they provide tents and clothes and socks to the Arkansans that are homeless in central Arkansas. And I didn't realize how bad our homelessness had gotten here in central Arkansas, because I don't go into the city in Little Rock a lot. I live on the outskirts of Little Rock. But I've been doing my research over the weekend, and we have over 1,000 unhoused people in Little Rock. That's a lot. 1,000 people that do not have a place to live, that are living on the streets. That could be me and Neil. And all it takes is one thing, one mistake, one paycheck off, one job not paying you, to lose my apartment. That's all it takes, So I fell upon this post of this man that runs this thing called the van, and he was sharing that a guy had reached out to him that he had helped a couple of years ago, a guy named Aaron Bradshaw. And this Aaron guy messaged him and was like, hey, I just want to let you know that, you bringing me a tent and socks and warm clothes. I'm 7 years sober now, and I am nominated for Best Food Truck here in Arkansas. It's called Chrissy's Pub Style Food Truck. And I just want you to know that you're helping people and that you make a difference. And so I saw this post and I was like, that guy looks familiar. So I followed this guy over to TikTok and realized he's one of my followers. And he goes by Recovery Chef on TikTok. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to message him. So I messaged him and I was like, hey man, I just want to tell you I saw your post to the van on Facebook, and it really inspired me. And I'm just a mom. I'm a mom. I work from home. I have a little boy, so I'm not out in the trenches. I'm not going into this inner city, but I want to be able to help. I want to make a difference, and I have a big following. I have almost 100,000 people on my Facebook alone, 200,000 on TikTok. Okay, so I want to use my following to help people. I want to use it to help this place, right? So I messaged this guy and I said, let me help you guys. Let me use my platform. I'll crowdfund for you guys. That's how I can help. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like I said, I'm a mother. I have a little boy. I can't be down in the streets. I can't be down in the gutter. Okay? I can't be down in the trenches. Okay? I have a little boy that I have to take care of and keep safe first priority. Okay? First priority. But I want to be involved. And I want to be involved locally. You know? And one thing about me is I've never felt like I had a connection here locally because of how Bible Belt it is here in Little Rock and how AA it is here. You know, everything in the recovery community here in Arkansas is very Jesus and AA. Okay, and y'all know I'm not a super religious person. Do I believe in God? Yes. But am I going to, you're not going to hear me on my channel talking about God saving my life every day because I saved my life. I put in the work. He helped me, but I'm doing this shit. Okay? And so I'm giving myself credit, you know? And so I'm just not like one of those Jesus people. That's just not my gig. Okay? That's for some people that's great, you know? And so I want to get involved locally, and this is how I'm going to do it. I can use my platform and I can help this guy with his cause because it's a well-known cause here in Central Arkansas, and it's a legit cause. Like he's a legit 501c3 nonprofit, I think, and like I can legit help them, you know, and use my following to help them. So this is what I'm thinking. So now I just got to reach out to the guy that owns the van, right? And I'm going to ask him, this is how I'm going to present it to him. Hey, you know, and I don't want nothing back. I don't want nothing in return. I'm not trying to like get social media clout. I don't need that. I already have my own following. Like, I just want to help. I want to use what I have built to help bring socks, tents, backpacks. I mean, what if we could create like Discovering Nicole homeless necessity kits, you know? And like I'm talking like good amount, like nice fucking JanSport or fucking what is the Swiss Army knife, fucking nice backpacks that they could, you know, or even like to take it a step further, like help them like getting set up with services, maybe volunteering my time during the day when Nate's at school to go pick up a couple of women and take them to the food stamp office, or run them to the DMV if they need to go to get their license made, you know, that kind of stuff. I could also do something like that as well. But I want to help. I want to get involved and help locally, because I did not realize, and I feel so bad because I don't go down there, y'all. I don't go into the city. I feel so bad that I didn't realize how much our homeless population has grown in the last couple of years, you know? Yeah, like they could buy the stuff, because y'all know how I am. Like I'm very like I'm not gonna just take money and like it would be organized, right? So if I did that, it would be like through something like Amazon wish list, or it would be like, you know, it would be all documented. It would all be documented. Just like my Etsy that I sell my necklaces on, it's all documented through Etsy and it's all legit. You guys, it's like, and just so y'all know, I had 3 orders go out today for people who ordered dog tags. So y'all's dog tags, they're hitting the block today. Yeah, that's a great idea. I could go and I could probably, so this is, I just want to use what I have built to help somebody that's already started something like this. So the guy, like I said, his name is Aaron, and he runs, it's called The Van. Y'all go look it up on Facebook, okay? And go follow him, because I'm telling you, this guy is like, he's got fucking, he's fire, right? Like he ain't playing around. He's fucking, sticking it to the man. You know what I mean? So the problem, I guess, here in Central Arkansas is that, there's a lot of people that are homeless right now, and Central Arkansas, or the Little Rock Police, and are actually like, arresting people for it and bulldozing down their like camps and where they're sleeping. And so we have shelters here, and I know a lot of people are going to say, just go to a shelter, right? But the shelters here don't accept you if you're struggling with substance use. Okay, so if you're not sober, you can't get in. And we all know that a lot of people who are on the street are struggling with substance use disorder, or a lot of them are. And so that right there, they can't go. They can't go to the shelter, okay? Another thing is, this one guy, and I just read his story this morning. His name is Ghost. He's an amputee. He's missing both of his legs, both of his feet. And they basically won't accept him in the shelter because he's in a wheelchair. So how can he get help because he's in a wheelchair? He has no legs, And so it's like a lot of people say things like, just go to the shelter, The shelters are like not a good place, and they're not safe for people. A lot of these people go into these shelters and they get in fights, they get their stuff stolen. And so they feel safer being, on the street. And a lot of the times when I say on the street, here in Little Rock, a lot of times it's in the woods, because right there in the city, you could just walk, and then there's like pine trees and woods, Any rules, if they're going to help, it should help. Yeah, I know. A lot of them don't have IDs and birth certificates too. Harder for them to get off the streets. Yes. So, maybe I could help in that way, like what I was saying earlier, like giving them rides to go get their IDs, and stuff like that. But anyway, I reached out to them because I have such a big following online, and I don't it's just me talking to you guys. You know what I mean? Like, this is what we do here. And so I've never used my following to I've helped no, that's not true. I did help somebody, but it was years ago. Y'all remember? A lot of y'all weren't following me then, or you guys don't remember because it was on my old channel, but it was probably 4 years ago when I first started my channel. I was driving down the road with my little boy in the back seat. Okay, listen to this story. Okay, this is going to touch y'all's fucking heart. Me and Nate were driving down the road. This is how much I do stop and talk to people and ask them their stories. So we're driving down the road, and we are stopped at a stoplight, at a red light. And there is a bus stop right here with a bench. And Nathaniel looks over, and there's a man, and he has his face in his hands. He looks like he's crying. And Nate says, "Hey, Mom, are we going to stop and talk to that guy?" Because I stop and talk to homeless people all the time. And I ask them their story, and we give them money. I always give money. I don't ask. I always give money, okay? Because I've been there. So Nate said, "Are we going to stop and talk to that guy?" And this is how much of a habit it had gotten for us, right? That Nate was asking. And I said, I looked up, and I seen the gentleman sitting on the bench with his hands in his face, and he looked to be about my age. And I said, "You know what? Yeah, Nate, we're going to stop. We're going to stop." So I pulled in to the parking lot right behind where the bus bench was. And at the time, I had a big black German Shepherd. His name was Onyx. So I told Onyx to stay with Nate, and told Nate not to come out until I told him he could. Okay? So I walked over, and I said, I got in front of the bench, and I said, hey man, are you okay? Are you all right, man? My name's Nicole Bludre. And this man took his hands out of his face and he looked up with tears running down his face and he said, Nicole DeMeo? Y'all, that's my maiden name, if you didn't know that. That's my maiden name. And so at this point, I knew it was somebody that knew me. So I looked up and I waved Nate over. Nate and Onyx jump out the car. Onyx comes over, jumps on the bench. Nate's standing beside me, and I said, yeah, I'm Nicole DeMeo. And he said, it's me, Ian Carr. And I looked at him and I said, holy fucking shit. He used to date my little sister when we were in grade school, dude. And I was like, wow, what's up, man? You know, I said, are you okay? Like, what's going on? What's going on? Are you okay? Like, I knew this guy since kindergarten. Okay, Brittany, yes, I'll make you one. Boom. Okay. So I was like, what's going on? You know, what is going on? Like, I can see you're visibly upset, you know? And he said, I don't have anywhere to go. I'm a heroin addict and I'm homeless. And he said, I haven't always been a heroin addict, Nicole. He said, and listen to this. I owned my own practice. He was literally a doctor that does if you need a fake leg, prosthetic, that kind of doctor. Okay? He was literally a doctor. He had his own practice in Conway. Okay? He was always bent down like this, fixing people's prosthetics and doing stuff like that. And he got a back injury. He had a bad back. So he went to the doctor, and his doctor wrote him a prescription for oxys. Started out with Percocet 10s. Okay? And he started taking them, and he said they helped him so much. He felt amazing. But before he knew it, he was taking more and more and more and more. Basically, addiction doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter if you're a fucking doctor, a lawyer, or a fucking bum on the street, okay? If you have the disease of addiction and you have that kind of, tendency, then shit's going to happen, right? And so basically, he lost everything. Him and his wife got divorced. They had a daughter. His wife, of course, took their daughter, and he's sitting in front of me, homeless with nowhere to go, dirty, everything. And that's when I looked at him. I said, you know what? I said, God put me here today. God literally put me here. Okay? When I tell you there was nothing else that could explain the way that happened except for that it was Jesus himself. Okay? My little boy looking up and seeing him and prompting and saying, aren't we going to stop and ask that man his story? I could have said, no, baby, not today. We're in a rush. But we went and we asked him his story. And it was actually somebody I knew. And I'm not from Little Rock. I grew up in Hot Springs, which is an hour away, 45 minutes away. Okay? So I said, you don't even understand, man, because you got the right one. I said, I'm sober. I've been sober for, I think at this time I had 5 years sober. And I'm about to fucking help you. I'm about to change your fucking life. And so I gave him my cell phone number, told him to call me in about an hour. And I went home. I jumped on my YouTube channel. And we raised $350 literally in 1 hour. Okay? In 1 hour, we raised up $350, and we paid for this man's first month rent in sober living. And I drove my happy ass down to the sober living house and gave it to the motherfucking landlord because I wasn't going to give it to Ian. I was like, I don't trust you, but I will literally help you. And so I took him. We got him moved in. He got on the methadone clinic, and bitch, the rest is fucking history. The rest is history. Isn't that crazy? A miracle. That's a miracle. So I didn't realize that we had the power like that on my channel. This is before my channel even had 1,000 subscribers. Okay, I didn't realize the power that we had as a group of people here, and so I'll never forget it. I called in because I just wanted people to know how grateful he was, because it wasn't like I just gave him this $350 and then it was over and done with and he ran away, right? Like, he was so grateful. He came on my channel and he shared with you guys how much you changed his life, and cried, and it was just really emotional. But that's how I want to be able to get involved here locally, Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to think of what I want to do with my eyes. I think I'm going to do a little bit of liner, a little wing. I haven't done a wing in a long time. So if you have any questions about anything, y'all feel free to ask them while I'm getting ready. What time is it? Does anybody know? Let's see. Oh, 11:30. Okay, we got 30 minutes. 30 minutes to the showdown. 30 minutes to the showdown. Where is that damn? Yeah, that was a miracle that day. Oh, it was such a miracle. Ooh, I get chills just thinking about that shit. That's how powerful we are as a group. You know what I mean? Like, when we really want to help people, we can change people's lives, y'all. I can't do it alone. I don't have it like that. But as a group, we could change people's fucking lives, man. We could change people's lives. We could literally take them from the gutter, and raise them up. It's a fucking amazing, man. It's amazing. So, okay. Hello, everybody. Do I have an OnlyFans? No, baby, I don't. No offense if you do. That's just not my gig. So, are y'all excited for the live today? I hope y'all are. I guess I should probably get off here and charge my phone up, huh? Yeah, that looks so good. Pew. Hold on, Britt. I see your comment. I'm going to read it in just a second. Okay, baby? Okay. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's see what y'all are saying. I wish I could find more encouraging stories. My mom really wants to hear from other success stories, but I haven't had luck finding one she will like. Success stories in what? Recovery? Hey, Robin. Hey, Chrissy. What's up? I'm getting ready to go live with Terrence, you guys. Gotta take my caffeine. Y'all know I'm a caffeine fiend. Hey, Jessa. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's sweet of you guys to say that. So I love this. I love this wing, you guys. Okay, here we go. Yes. Can you give me a pep talk? Because I have to cheer at the first game ever. Cheering? Oh, baby, I'm a cheerleader all the way, baby. So you can do it. Get out there. Remember, keep your wrists, everything straight, straight. Pointed toes. Okay? You got this. You're going to be fine. Okay. I'll be 3 years clean April 15th. My addiction, I lost my fingers and my toes. I have a pacemaker, and the list goes on. But the things I gained in recovery far outweigh the loss. Hell yeah, Carla. I'm really proud of you, girl. We were actually just talking about people having to have amputations because of addiction that are actually there's somebody I have found that's homeless on the streets that had to have their leg. Well, no, you know what? I don't know if his is because of addiction. Don't get me to lying now. I need to go look and see. But I do know he had to have his leg amputated. Now, I have a really good friend. Her name is RX Fairy, Jess. And she actually had to have her pinky taken off because of addiction, because of shooting up in her hand. So I totally understand that. I'm very fortunate. I never had to have anything amputated, but I have had some serious fucking infections in my day shooting up. I used to shoot up so much, you guys, especially methamphetamine. I had a really hard time because I would get super dehydrated, and so I would lock myself in the bathroom for like hours just poking myself. Fucking sucked, dude. Have you guys seen the new Makeup by Mario neutral palette? I'm using this palette that I'm using is a Morphe palette, but this color that I'm putting down on my eyes right now is like a gray blue color. And this color is like, so recently here, I have just really been into these cool toned colors on my skin. I don't know what it is, but I feel like, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like cool tones just look so good on my skin. Am I tripping? Okay, should we do a matte eye look, or should I put some should I put some glitter, y'all, or should I leave it matte? Yeah, I don't. Do you know of any success stories for people using Spravato for treatment-resistant depression? I've recently started it, but have only had 3 treatments so far. Yes, I do have several friends who have done that. Please, please make sure that you only do this with the doctor. Because recently I had a friend who started out doing the treatments at the doctor's office. He was doing so good doing it at the doctor's office. Well, then, I don't know what happened, but he got a wild hair up his ass, and somebody he knew had some ketamine. And he started doing it outside of the doctor's office. And it's been not very good. He's had some, it's like, almost like really extreme paranoia, and it's scary. So if you're going to do that, I 100% support it as long as you're doing it with a physician. Do not take it outside of the physician's office. Okay, here we go. But yeah, I know a lot of people who have had success with it. A lot of people. I don't know if they'd be willing to share. I have somebody that was on my channel. His name was Ryan. He talked about it. If you go into my interview playlist, there's an interview playlist, and Ryan is one of the interviews, and he is a ketamine, was a ketamine user. So you can watch that video if you want to. That might help. Okay. I just want to thank you for your videos that you do, because people don't know the addiction because they've never been through it. So, hey, thanks, Anthony. I appreciate you, babe. I'm really glad that my addiction recovery videos are getting out to you guys. I make them every day. Like, I post addiction recovery videos every day. And, you know, there were some people saying, like, little negative things to me about, you know, other things that I talk about. You guys, I'm a human. I'm going to talk about other topics, you know. But I'll always make time and room for recovery to help people, you know. It's just the person I am on the inside. I love being of service. It helps me. I love helping others. I love it. Okay. All right. Woo! Mascara. Let me show y'all how pretty this. I just put a little of a. Okay. Have you guys ever heard of stone for definition? This is what I want to know, okay? I want to know what topics you guys want me to talk about next in videos. Okay? Right now, there's 35 of you guys in here. Okay, let me get a pen and a piece of paper, because I'm going to write down what you want me to talk about. I also have some new fragrance recommendations, but I gotta order them first and see if they're any good. Okay, what do you guys want me to talk about next? Topics for videos. Well, thank you, Mari. I talk about my life every day. About a giat! No, my son can talk about the giats. My son tells me about the giats. Harm reduction. Okay. Harm reduction. Okay. What else? That's great. Harm reduction. I know somebody else wanted to know tapering off methadone, but I'm going to just make tapering off methadone and Suboxone. What the major difference between methadone and Suboxone? Oh, there's a huge difference. Methadone versus Suboxone. Methadone is a full opioid agonist. Suboxone is a partial opioid agonist versus Suboxone. People say I say Suboxone wrong. I say it correct. Suboxone. Plant medicine. You know what? I'm going to tell y'all. I invited my friend Tara on, and she is a plant medicine girl. She smokes the ganja. And I got to get her to, like, come on, because I've been trying to, I want to interview her because she is plant medicine and she's also not in AA, you know? So, like, a lot of people are in 12-step, and so she's not, and I really want to have her on to share about how she stays sober utilizing plant medicine, you know? So I got to reach out to her again. I also want to interview somebody that utilizes Kratom, okay? So if y'all know anybody, let me know. This is Thanks It's Mac. That's the color it's called. Thanks It's Mac. It's just like a pinky nude. What time is live going to be? Noon. Okay. What time is it? 11:40. Okay. Yeah, noon. So in 20 minutes. Back in the day when I first started my YouTube channel, there was a girl on YouTube. She was in the recovery community. She passed away. But she was making videos, and I'll never forget her because she did ayahuasca like several times. Several times, and she always reported that it was like life altering, life changing, but she came back from both these times, and I always thought that like if you went and did ayahuasca you were going to come back and not be addicted to drugs anymore. And I think that was kind of like what she was hoping for, but it ended up not coming to fruition. And she struggled still with her substance use for a while until she just kind of like gave in and got on a level dose of Suboxone and stayed on that. But she used to document these ayahuasca trips, and I remember her talking about how intense it was when it came over her, I've heard that it's very, very intense, but also like very awakening. No, everybody can comment. Why? Is it on right now? Because I want it to be everybody. Okay, do you talk about opioid and or benzos here? Yes, I do. I talk about all that stuff. What do you want to know, Soul Surfer? I got you. Allah. Yeah, it's not a big deal. If as long as they're not commenting anything rude, y'all, you can leave them. If they say something, as long as it's not rude or like nasty, you know what I mean? But they can stay in here. It's not a big deal. Yeah, so a lot of people. So a couple of years ago, there used to be this guy named John. I don't know if he really does it anymore, but he used to come online and talk about ibogaine to everybody. He was working for an ibogaine center that he was sending people to. Okay, and he was paid to send people to this ibogaine treatment center in Mexico. Okay, so basically he would come online and he would tell everybody about ibogaine and how it changed his life, because it did. He did ibogaine and came back and has been sober ever since, right? But he also had been trying to get sober for years and years and years. He had been on methadone, he had been on Suboxone, like he had tried everything. And then he went and did ibogaine and came back and never went back to drugs. I believe he came back and he was just done. He was done and ready to change his life. So I believe that ibogaine can be a great experience, but it's not going to make you stay sober when you come back. You have to change your behaviors. You have to change who you hang out with. You have to change everything in your life to get off and stay off drugs, And quit 64 million cold turkey in January. I use Valium for 20 minutes. Oh yeah, totally been there. I used to take lots of benzos, and I've been on Suboxone since 2015. It saved my life. I'm on 0.5 milligram of Suboxone, and I love it. Love it. It helps save my life. But like, people try to kind of tell you like, oh, you're going to go here and you're going to do this plant medicine and it's going to change you so much that you're never going to want to do drugs again. You could have the biggest spiritual experience of your life, right? And it could change you to not want to use drugs. But what happens is we come back right to the States, and we come back to our regular life, and we get back around the people who were using drugs, and the influences and the stress of life. And if we don't have coping skills to cope with life, then we will revert back to our old ways, right? And so it's at the end of the day, it is all a matter of changing that behavior and learning a new coping skill to take the place of the skill of using drugs, right? Oh, I travel everywhere with my Suboxone. Why can't you travel with it? Yeah, why can't you travel with it? I haven't had any problems. I go on the airplanes and everything. Um, but ooh, there we go. I do know in some places that's stricter and maybe you have to see your doctor more. But where I'm at, I only have to see him once a month. Okay, you guys. I'm loving this eye look. Okay, cool. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, let me show you guys so you guys can see. And I kind of just let my hair air dry today because, yeah, it's pretty. Do we love it? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off here, you guys, because I'm going to charge my phone up, and then I'm going to be live at noon, which is like 10 minutes away. Okay. I'm going to be live at noon with my friend over on his channel, which is called Sober Gang Experience. And I linked it on my community tab. So if you guys want to come over and hang out, we're going to be talking about body brokering. And we're going to actually talk about what body brokering really, really is. Okay? So I hope you guys will come over and hang out. And I hope I can help teach people some things that can help them. But this is our finished look. I'm feeling really pretty today. And I'm feeling extra skinny this morning. I weighed myself and I'm still 193, but I'm feeling extra skinny today. I don't know. I just feel like. Thank you, Brittany. Is that his channel? If it is, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, y'all come on over to Terrence's channel. Brittany just linked it right there in the comment section, and I will be live with him in literally 10 minutes. Okay? Okay. All right. Love you guys. See y'all in a minute.